Good afternoon. It is July 8th, almost 4 o'clock, and we are in Vail, Colorado for the Eagle's Nest Wilderness Hike. We are going to be hiking up to Gore Lake this evening, possibly making a little bit of off trail. I don't know, it kind of looks like there might be a trail tomorrow up past Snow Lake and over to Deluge Lake and back out the same trailhead. I think it's about 14-15 miles round trip. About 6 miles today with about almost 3,000 foot elevation gain. But beautiful weather today so far. No call for rain. And hopefully we see some beautiful things. Actually, I was back up here at Gore Lake on a day trip back in 2017. And I know it doesn't disappoint, but there's a beautiful area. So onwards and upwards for a while, guys. Plenty to show you. It's only a couple hundred yards up the trail here. This is the Deluge Gore Lake trailhead, basically splitting. Yes, we got the Vanna White over here. And we're going to be coming out from where he's standing tomorrow, and we're heading off to the right today. But this is only, I said, a couple hundred yards up the trail, and the rest of it should be uphill. This is looking up the valley that we're going to be navigating through here for a little bit, and somewhere up along that second little bump we're going to hang a left. A little view of Gore Creek, and I don't know if you can hear that over my obnoxious voice. It is flowing pretty good, so that snow melt is still coming off the top. That's a better shot of Gore Creek. How much flow we got coming down here, so nice to see we're not going to have to worry about water on this trip. Well, I think it's about 7 o'clock or so, and we just made it to the junction of the Gore Creek and Gore Lake Trail. And you can see behind me this beautiful backdrop. Now, unfortunately, we didn't make it as far as we were going to. My fault. Did not sleep at all last night. Had to work this morning, and I'm exhausted, so I didn't have enough energy to go up the next 1,400 feet over 2 miles. But no worries, tomorrow we'll get up there and we'll head over the pass and back down to Deluge and back home. Just adds 2 more miles to the trip. Today was actually a really good day. Unfortunately, it was very, very hot. And I think David had his thermometer, and it was 82 degrees. So that was afternoon. Fortunately, though, we were hiking through all this nice, beautiful woods, so it kind of kept some of the sun at bay, which was nice. With that being said, I've got my tent tucked into the woods back there. I'm going to go grab a sandwich, and I am going to die for the evening. Got a new mattress that I'm going to try out tonight, the Sea to Summit, the Ether Light. Not the insulated version, but the actual lightweight version with the pillow lock, and then I've got the Sea to Summit pillow, so I'm hoping to get a good night rest tonight. Tomorrow we'll get up bright and early, we'll head on out. But other than that, good night. Well, good morning. It is morning of day number 2. See, the sun's coming up. It's a little after 6:30 in the morning, and we've got a pretty substantial climb ahead of us. About 1,200 feet up till Gore Lake, which is about 2 miles away, and then another 1,100 feet from there to the pass we need to get over to cross over to Deluge Lake. Last night, really quiet night. That stream, I don't know if you can hear it in the background right now, was just, that perfect volume. It didn't have too much, too little. It was nice and soothing. I wouldn't say I got a lot of sleep, but I will say that the new ether light by Sea Summit, although I can't say I gave it a fair enough shot, mainly because it was sitting on a pretty severe unlevel surface of an incline there, so I did slide around a little bit in there. But as far as comfort level goes, pretty nice. That pillow lock system worked really good, so I'm looking forward to having that on a better setup at some point and seeing how that really works. But anyway, gotta head up, guys. So we just made it to Gore Lake. We're about 11,300 feet. Still have to get over to 12,500 feet. And somewhere behind that is the pass that we're going to go to. A lot of mountain goat up here though. Sitting here taking a break. Doesn't seem to mind us too much at all. So we're leaving Gore Lake, and we're not exactly sure where we're headed to. This is a unknown route, kind of. I know some people have done it. I don't know if it's got a trail or not, but we're going to skirt around this little ridgeline here and head up over to Snow Lake. Right now we're just kind of making our own path, and got about 1,100 feet to go, cresting over the pass at around 12.5. So before I don't get ahead of my breath, I will show you the rest of this trip. So this is kind of what we're faced with right now, and I said we're going to do an off-trail route. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to head up over to this little green area here and skirt around and then pop over right at the top there and then see what we have from there. Originally I think we were going to go around the bottom here, but there's some steep cliffs in this area and I don't want to mess with those. So I think if we go up over the top of that blip and see what we got, either way we can kind of backtrack and go to the other side. But Snow Lake is on the back side of this somewhere. Absolutely gorgeous views though.
You have to veer somehow, get up here, go around, and then down the other side of this.
Nice shot looking back at Gore Lake there. Came straight up that. Woof. So we just crested over into the Snow Lake drainage, and of course this has been amazing. It's been pretty difficult because of the off trail, and we're going straight up. Down in the distance there does look like there is a not very well used trail, And right here in the basin there, that is Snow Lake, and it looks like there's a lot of ice over it. And we have to go up over that pass. Once we get over that, all downhill for the rest of the day pretty much. All right, David, what do you think so far? What do you think about that off-trail section?
That was the best thing I did all day, man.
It's part of the only thing we did all day, right? But nothing but uphill.
Yeah, this is a real memorable trip. This is spectacular. Like, no one's here, just us. You know, challenging terrain, but not like over the top kind of stuff. It's really good.
What'd you think about that route finding?
We're awesome.
Yeah. Made it look easy, man. We made it look easy.
Yeah, call me anytime.
Yeah, it was definitely a fun little trip over top of that. Yeah. Right behind him, you can see we got the last climb there, heading over it. So, upwards, guys.
Really fun day. Really fun day.
So a nice shot of Snow Lake, and you can probably tell where it got its name from. Look at all the snow on it still, and this is July 9th. So, I'll get another shot from the other side. Phew, not gonna lie, that's a climb. But one last look at the drainage there with Snow Lake, and I am just about ready to crest over to the other side. Wow, that is amazing. There's Deluge Lake in the bottom. Not exactly sure what that little building is down in the bottom of the valley there, but either way, this is spectacular. Right in front of me there, that is Mount Valhalla. So I guess the tribute would be to Conan, and that's about it. That's looking back from the direction we came, and right there is where we dropped in. I'd like to say it was hiking, but it was more like skiing. It was loose sand, scree, pretty slick, but down onto some trail now, so that's not too awful bad. As you can see, there's still plenty of snow, and that's a pretty big snowbank behind me. So that last little bit coming down, that was rough. There was probably, what do you say, about 500-600 yards of nothing but talus.
Oh, at least, yeah.
Oh, that was an ankle breaker there, but we're just about down now, thank goodness.
Yeah.
Mountain chicken.
Again. Farm again.
Another one down below it. Well, there we have it. Deluge Lake. Wind has picked up quite considerably, and I think we're just going to kind of chill out here for a little bit and enjoy that before heading down. We got 4.5 miles and 3,300 feet of elevation lost to the car. We took the easy route, of course.
Yeah. All right.
one last final look at Deluge Lake. Absolutely beautiful. So one last shot before we drop into tree line there, and that is the valley that we're going to be heading down. Beautiful, beautiful views of those mountain peaks in the background, and that greenery from the springtime right now is just popping. So this has been a wonderful, wonderful trip, and I don't know how much I'll show you between now and there if we're in the trees, but other than that, this is beautiful. So we just got this incredible view of the pass that we came down, and until I zoom in later on, I don't know if that's going to pick it up, but that's just stupid steep. That was ridiculous. All right, so 3 o'clock on July 9th, I believe it is, the second day that we're on our trip, and we've made it back to the intersection here where the Gore Lake and the Deluge Lake Trail hit. Highlight of this trip, I think, honestly, was the off-trail route. And it was just one of those amazing things that, you know, we got to see something that a lot of people don't get to see. And seeing Snow Lake covered in that almost like glacier type of thing was incredible. And having it all to ourselves was even better. So until next time, get out and enjoy some nature, guys. Get on a hike. Take care.